Welcome to this training video for the Versalift VTL41 FZ boom that's been fitted to an Isuzu NPR325 truck. This truck can be driven on a Class 1 license. Very important before you operate the boom is that you become very familiar with the operator's manual. This manual contains all the information that you need to safely operate the boom. Part of operating the boom is you must fill out the EWP safety check and routine maintenance logbook. This little orange logbook stays in the cab at all times, and it's the operator's responsibility to fill out this section before he uses the boom every day. To set up and operate the boom, turn on the flashing beacons and the floodlights if you need exterior lighting. Engage the handbrake and ensure it's in neutral. Engage the PTO and you'll hear the alarm come on. Here we have the cab controls for the outriggers. Left and right hand side there's 4 outriggers on this truck that can be operated either from in the cab or in the bucket. When the outriggers have been fully deployed, the green light will shine. So before you operate the boom, you must walk around the truck and carry out the following daily checks. Tyre pressure, make sure the tyres are okay. Make sure that all safety warning decals are able to be read. This is a earth point. Here we have wheel chocks that are to be used on the front wheels. Check that the hydraulic fluid level is at full. Here we have a pair of outrigger pads for the right hand side outriggers. Very important that these are used. Emergency stop, check that that's been released. And we have more warning decals to check that they're readable. As you move around the vehicle, you're looking for any signs of damage. You're also looking for any potential hydraulic leaks. So we have more decals to be aware of. And we have an emergency stop button. Make sure that's released. We have outrigger pads here. Battery isolator, make sure that's turned on. Wheel chocks over the back of the toolbox and a certified earth point. On the boom turret here we have the low voltage boom test cert. You need to check the next test date. We also have a brief set of operating instructions. It's very important that you check all critical fasteners on a boom, especially ones that have got the wax seal, to ensure that the seal hasn't been broken. Under this cover here we have the controls for the manual emergency lowering. So you remove this panel. If for some reason you're unable to operate the bucket using the bucket controls or the lower control pendant, then you'll need to use these emergency manual controls. How this works is each solenoid operates a single function on the boom. For example, this one retracts the jib and that solenoid anti-clockwise slew of the boom. These 2 valves here are speed controller valves. This one operates the speed of the function of the valves above it. This one here operates the speed of the function of the valves below it. These valves here control the outriggers. So to raise the outrigger, you press that knob and then you press the outrigger control knob. So to activate any of these manual controls, firstly you press and turn that control knob. Then, for example, to extend the main boom, you pull that knob and you slowly increase the speed accordingly. Release that knob to stop the function and then return the spool to the open position. So once you've used the emergency manual controls to lower the boom and stow it in position, it's very important that you release the spool. For normal operation of the boom, the key will be in the bucket position. If you wish to operate it using the lower control pendant, turn it to there and use this pendant. Here's how you operate the outriggers using the bucket controls. This toggle switch operates the front outriggers only. They work as a pair, up or down evenly. To operate the rear outriggers, you bring this toggle switch towards you. You use the left hand joystick to select left or right hand outrigger, and the right hand joystick to raise or lower. So if you were to lower the rear outriggers evenly, you just pull the joystick towards you. If you wish to operate an individual outrigger, you do the same and you select left or right on the left hand joystick. Then you raise the toggle switch back to the boom position for operating the boom. This boom can actually be operated without the outriggers deployed if you're working within 5 degrees of centre. To operate the boom using the bucket controls, first of all make sure the toggle switch is in the centre position. Then you use the left or the right hand joystick. The joystick controls are indicated on this panel in front of each joystick. The arrow indicates the movement and the yellow indicates the part of the boom that will move. For example, the left hand joystick moved to the right will extend the main boom. Moved forward, it will raise the main boom. Moved back, it will lower the main boom. Each joystick has a dead man trigger on the front which needs to be squeezed, and then you've got a proportional control with the joystick. To tilt the bucket manually, you hold the toggle switch in the up position and you use the left hand joystick to go forwards or back to tilt the bucket forward or back. To activate the emergency pump, you pull the toggle switch towards you and then you use the joysticks as you normally would. This is your emergency stop, which obviously needs to be released for normal operation. This switch starts the motor or stops the motor.